Hello and welcome back to It's Okay with Jay. So guys, today is a bit of a different day for all of us. It's obviously the first day of lockdown, and this is something I want to discuss on today's show and just give you my thoughts on what I think's happening and how it's affecting people and how it's affecting myself and how we can get through this together. So less thing where to start. Personally, it's affecting a lot more people than they're statistically saying, um, especially in the sense of mental health and well-being. This is something that I find no consideration has been put into in this process, because I do understand we have to get the economy back right to where it was the first lockdown, the effects of that, the effects of furlough, and then obviously trying to get things back to normal. Brexit obviously is another situation that we can talk about at another time, but with everything going on, I suppose there's so much anxiety in people at the moment, and there's quite a lot of fear as to what to do, what's going on, what's really the truth, what isn't. Last night, for example, myself now I'm my work has been closed down because I work for a martial art academy as an instructor, and although we're an academy, which is stroke school, we have been deemed one of those businesses to shut down. So for us, obviously, last night's class, I woke up feeling a little bit emotional, a little bit, what am I going to do to keep my mental frame busy, so I don't fall into any sort of dark places, and depression sinks in, or anxiety sinks in, or again, a lot of the time things like that happen when your mind is not busy, when you're not at work, you're not in your day-to-day routine. So this, for pretty much everyone, is the case who's not a key worker or who's not deemed required to go back to work as part of that list. So I'd like to gather your thoughts, guys, on how you feel and how you genuinely feel today, and what are your thoughts on whether it's going to be a month-long lockdown, or whether you think it's going to be longer than that. Me personally, I think it's setting us up, like, prior to shooting this, literally just as I was about to set up, confirmation is made that the furlough has been extended, I think up until February or longer, but I saw a message, a news flash, where it says it's been extended. So we're looking at a 1 month lockdown. However, the furlough scheme has been extended all the way up until next year. So that already, to me, is signs that it is going to be long term. Now, it's not just the mental well-being side of things that's going to be affected, because you got to think now, for example, my place of work, and all of your guys, like a lot of your businesses will have a major impact. May it be one of the businesses or services that is still open to one of those that is closed, because again, coming back from the first lockdown was quite tough for us. We really found it tough coming back and getting that membership base back in, because the first lockdown, so many people cancelled their membership, so many people weren't sure about coming back, so many people left, circumstances changed, so many people couldn't afford it, so that's just in the area where I'm working in that field. So we've really felt a hit, and having to come back with a smaller team, with higher expectations, and obviously quite a lot of weight and pressure to deliver and get back to where we were. And getting back to where we were, we managed to finally get to a place. We still didn't hit what we were doing, pre-COVID. However, we were finally building that atmosphere back. It is not just about the money and getting those members back in, but there was that atmosphere, that vibe, that sense of some form of normality going on, physically, mentally, a lot of smiley, happy faces, That sort of impact of shutting down a business like ours and not being able to operate. So again, think my heart goes out to all the people out there that have been told to shut down. I mean, even earlier on today, there was something I saw on social media where a grandmother was being taken away from her family because she wasn't part of that rule, because her daughter had taken her out of the care home because she was worried about what's going to go on. So before everything changed, she tried to get her mother, who was in her 90s, to live with them, and police had come to escort the lady, the grandmother, back to the care home and arrest the daughter. Now, so again, we can all talk about what sort of impact it has on us personally, but out there, it's absolutely atrocious. What happened in that example just there. So for me, I'm a bit nervous. And once, let's be true, when you feel nervous, that's where anxiety starts to come in, because you then start thinking, okay, 1 month perhaps we can work out a contingency plan. 2 months, okay, it'll be tough, but we can try. And 3 months, 4 months, the longer it goes, the harder it's going to impact the small businesses out there. So another thing, me personally, obviously it's try and support all the small businesses that we can, that are open, that are deemed to be open, because obviously the high street retailers, the giant global super retailers, are the ones that obviously are going to be raking it in at the moment, because obviously they're the ones whose shelves are all empty and things and such. But at the same time, guys, us, the small businesses, please don't start taking advantage of us people also, because we found during the first lockdown there was so many news agents, small businesses that were, I mean, it was ridiculous at one point seeing a hand sanitizer selling for £10, bog roll going up 2 to 3 times the price. I mean, yeah, as we got past the first lockdown, a lot of the things turned into memes, with the bog roll and the hand sanitizer and people extreme shopping and etc. But the reality is that something that we are going to go back into, because already you're seeing signs. I mean, another one, I thought, clothing was essential, but I saw another post on one of the social media sites where someone went into either Asda's or Tesco's, and the clothing section is sealed off. However, the alcohol section is open. So it's a bit strange, and it's a bit confusing for myself as to what they, as I say, they is what the government are making us do and expecting us to do, and expecting us to follow suit. I don't get where the encouragement to try and isolate and go into a lockdown and do better for yourself with things like alcohol. And I mean, again, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm not a drinker. I'm not a heavy drinker. I drink socially, very rare. For me, alcohol is not one of those things that is one of my vices. And I mean, pre-surgery, I used to be a heavy smoker. I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. I used to smoke about 20 cigarettes a day, on a good day. So I don't smoke anymore. But the first thing I thought was, will tobacco be an essential? Because tobacco for some people, and again, I'm not deeming it good, I'm not deeming it bad, because I've been on both places and I understand that need for that addiction, or that need for that vice that we need sometimes to escape what else is going on in our environment. But it is quite confusing. So it's quite I'm in a place where, I mean, I haven't left the house today, because for me, with my job, it's quite physical, and throughout from the last lockdown up until this lockdown, to ensure that our business, Pyramid Martial Arts, my job was secure. I worked through injuries, I worked through extreme pain. So at the moment, as much as I am quite scared and anxious about what's to happen, this first week would almost be like a recovery period for myself, and a chance for me to. So this is me and using that whole glass is half full mentality. Okay, this is what it is. We have a month. We need to do what we need to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down during this month, what I need to do, prioritize for my mental health and my well-being. Now, I've been really pushing myself, and I'm being honest with you guys, and it has taken a massive toll on me mentally from the last lockdown going back to work. We went from 3 instructors down to 1 instructor, just myself, having to take over the children's classes, which was the 4-year-olds to the 6-year-olds, taking on, especially at that age where they're not familiar with you as a teacher. And, you know, with the teaching, how the hours work is it's continuous. So on a working day, it's I'll have the 3 to 4 to 6 year olds, 7 to 12-year-olds straight after, the 13 to 16-year-olds straight after that, and then the adult class straight after that. And then if myself, I wanted to do so any form of training or any sort of bag work or stress relief, then I do that thereafter. So I've been sustaining this and continuing this for months now, and again, that's because of my dedication and my passion to who I work for and what I'm passionate about. And what I'm going to do during this lockdown is almost utilize it again, glass half full, and break it down. So the first week I've given myself to complete recover and recharge, because some days after work I can't walk because I'm having issues with my knees and my back. So it's quite important for me to take that time away again for myself, because if that doesn't happen, then where's my well-being and where's my mental health going to go to? So again, these are all sort of things, guys, we can use to sort of get through this period. I've given myself 1 to 2 weeks of rest. However, it's because of the job and the life and the career and the passion I've chosen. It is what it is, and I have to deliver. So, you know, during this period, we're still going to deliver classes, online classes. So I'm still going to not have to, but I still will be doing something so that our members and our students don't miss out. So I still have to factor that into what I'm going to be doing too. Now, also, unfortunately, I can't see my children because they're in a different household. Now, we are normally in a bubble, and we have created a bubble before, so the only sort of things I have got to try and factor in now is days and how to see my boys and make the most of the time that I have with them, because they're at school and I'm not. So yeah, you know, factoring all these sort of things in, and again, this is just a nutshell of what I have to think about. Like my mom herself, she works in the hospital, so obviously she's at work. So there's every single one of you know or have someone that's in this situation, that's got someone who's out there working or someone who's not working, and it can lead to a lot more serious things. So guys, I've posted a few videos. Please, I'd appreciate some feedback and some comments on them. For me, this is a very important subject because, again, this is day 1 lockdown, so I'm going to pretty much do an everyday short sort of video on lockdown and how I'm feeling, and hopefully how some of you guys are feeling, and get some contact feedback back from you, your thoughts on how long you think this lockdown's going to last. How are you going to get through this lockdown? So what are you going to do to almost break it down, or was there something you had already planned? Maybe you can give me suggestions or give other people out there some ideas through me. If there's any way that I can help, please contact me. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, Jay Lotar. I'm happy to help in any sort of way. Again, I'm not far from saying I know everything, but sometimes it just helps to talk, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate all your support, because already, you know, I mean, there's so many people that have reached back out to me to sort of say, keep doing what you're doing, and loads of encouragement, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I need your help. I'm here to help you. So the way I need your help is just to spread the word, because again, not everyone will reach out. So sometimes someone might need to hear about something so then they can do it on their own devices. If we sometimes tend to force people, they tend to retract. So we give people the opportunity to do it themselves in their own times. This is what's available for you. Now, I'm also going to try and spend some of this time with educating myself with what's going on around the world, because I'll be honest with you, we live sometimes in this sort of vicious circle where we eat, sleep, work, live, exist, and sometimes you get caught up in your own world and you tend to forget with what's going on everywhere else. It's going to be difficult because I'm also someone who believes that a lot of what is in the media is there for us to see and is there to guide. So my mentality, I like to look at things from every single approach and every single angle from an open point of view before I make an opinion. And again, my opinion is separate to what I expect other people to think, because we're all free spirits and free minds. So all I'd like to do, guys, is offer my support. Please share this. Please subscribe. It's okay with Jay. Lockdown, day one. I think I might go out just to see sort of what's going on locally and just have a brief look with the shops and class it as my bit of exercise. And I'll get back to you guys and give you a bit more information, and hopefully some of your thoughts I can share on how you're going to get through this. How are you feeling today? What are your thoughts? Please get to me. Thank you. Have a good day.